Yeah, I'm still. Do you have any places you'd want to see Dame? Because it feels like now when a guy like him pushes for Miami, as much as like we posture for like, well, that doesn't make sense for the team. It just always seems to happen. And I think the calculus is always like, well, if he's got a long contract like that, do you want an unhappy superstar and do you want to get off all those assets for a guy who doesn't even want to be there? How much better is that going to be compared to just like doing what we have now? And that seems to be a common issue. So, I mean, if it's not Miami, where do you want to see him?
The Knicks. Yeah, outside of the Knicks, of course. Yeah. Um, Minnesota is a low key one because I think they need to move off of Cat, but I just don't know about the fit on the whole there. I think the idea of like taking the ball that much more out of Ant's hands, I don't know if I like that, but I also think it could definitely work. It would definitely have them in a better situation than they're in now. But that'd be a more interesting one. Obviously, I like it in Miami. I'm not saying that I don't want to see Dame playing in Miami. It's just I think the package that they could get off other teams would be a bit more favorable than what they could get. They're just going to get a whole load more guards that they don't need, and probably not the best draft picks in the world. So obviously Miami is the ideal one because I think he provides exactly what they need, just that locked on dead eye scorer alongside the great defensive pieces like Bam and like Jimmy Butler. But there's definitely other teams that I think could even trade them. That guy has got a bit more star potential, a bit more of a better fit within what the Blazers already have. And Minnesota's one that I definitely like to look up more so because I just want to see them move off of Cap. And it would be pretty cool to see someone like Dame playing out there.
Scoot, Simons, Sharp, Grant, Karl Anthony Towns. That's fascinating.
It's a fun team.
That's really interesting. Would I buy into that long term? I think I might. I mean, if the Timberwolves approach me with that, that's my biggest position of need. That's a best shooting big in the league, and according to Cat history. So I guess you got to keep taking with that. Um, who else is going to offer a all NBA level potential level player for Dame Lillard in this situation? Pretty much nobody, because all those other teams need to keep their all NBA guy to be successful. And ironically, I think the Timberwolves are one of the only teams right now that could give up what is arguably their most talented second 1A, 1B talented player. That Do you see that somewhere? That I like that. I would 100% co-sign that. I think Karl Anthony Towns switch for Dame Lillard just in terms of what the Blazers would want. What does Dame want? I mean, that's you seem to love small market teams. I mean, why don't you just keep it rocking with small market West Coast teams? That's that's fascinating. I mean, why would the Blazers, if you're the Blazers, like truthfully, if the Timberwolves are like, hey, like we just need to figure this out. Both teams are in very precarious situations. I mean, I would do that. I would do that, and I think that the Timberwolves would not have to give up a ton of future assets. Because I think the Blazers too, maybe they believe in the two big assets they have right now. Maybe they believe, okay, we have Scoot, we have Sharp. That those are the two guys that we want to develop around, and then we'll just figure out later picks later. We don't need a ton of first rounders to make it work. Is Cat enough? I think I might do that, especially if you're looking at the fact that they're keeping around Jeremy Grant and they're thinking about the short future, not the long future. Those are two very different things. Then I like that.
Yeah, it's a historic day. Chris actually agreeing with one of my
Yes,
trade
yes.
ideas.
Look
That
at
does
that.
not that does
That
not
actually
happen
makes
too often.
sense.
First time for everything, huh?